Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss the most fundamental data structure in R, which is vector. A vector is the most simplest data structure in R. It contains elements of the same type like numeric, logical or character. Now let's understand how to create a vector. To create a vector, we have to use the C function like this. So let's start how to use a vector. Let us write it like my first underscore vector C 1, 2, 3. Then press Ctrl plus enter here. You can see here in the global environment it is showing the output, that is my first vector has created with numbers 1, 2, 3. Now let's create different vectors like numeric vector, character vector, logical vector. Let's first create numeric vector. Numeric underscore vector. We can write the numbers in it like 2, 3, 4, 6 like that. So this is our numeric vector. Now let's create a character vector. CHARA character vector. CHA character underscore. Let us give it a name like character vector so that things will be more clear to you. Let's give it a name. So this is our character vector with the words India, US and Australia. You can see here in the global environment it is showing there, right? Now let's make a logical vector. Logical underscore vector. Let's give it a true, false, true. So this is a simple logical vector, and again it is showing in the global environment here. Okay, so these are the different vectors which we have created just now in our R Studio. With the help of a sequence function, we can also create a vector. Let's understand how to create with the help of this function, sequence function, which can be written as like this. Let us say we have to use the sequence from 1 to 10. Sequence from 1 to 10. So how we are going to create a vector with the help of this function? So let us give a name like sequence underscore vector. Now write the function seq. Now from where we would like to start this series. Let us say we have to start with 1 and end with 10. Now press Ctrl enter here. You can see in the global environment it is showing the sequence vector which is 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. So with the help of this function, that is sequence function, we can create a vector as well. Also we can create a sequence by giving some gap between the numbers with the help of step function like this way. Sequence with a step of 2. We have to write step underscore vector seq. Now we have to write the same way as we have written in the previous example, 1, 10. Now we have to write by equals to the gap, that means the number of gap what we are going to give. Let us say we have to give a 2 number gap or a 3 number gap, like that. So let us take a simple example by giving a gap of 2 here. Now let us see what will be the result here. Let us give a name by the step underscore vector and use the function seq, and let us take the series again from 1 to 10. Now give comma here. Now what we have to do, we have to give a gap. Let us say we have to give a gap of 2 or 3 or 4. Let us try with by is equal to 2. That means the gap which we are going to give in the consecutive terms of series. So let's use control plus enter here. Now we can see it is showing us a vector in the global environment with a 2 number gap series, that is 1 3 5 7 9 here, which is showing in the global environment. So by the use of sequence function with by equals to a gap of number, it will give us another series. Now let us make another series with the help of this only. Let us give a name step vector 2 sequence from 1 to 20, and let us give a gap of 4 here. Let us see what is happening here. See 1 5 9 13 and 17, it is going to give another vector by the name of step vector 2 with a series of 1 5 9 13 7, a gap of 4, as we have mentioned here by equals to 4. So it is very important. Now there is another function by the name of repetition, rep. So what it is going to do, it is going to repeat the number and give us a series how long we would like to make it. Let's understand with this example. Rep underscore vector rep. So let us write a number which we would like to repeat in the given series. Let us say we would like to repeat 3 in the given series. After that we have to write comma, then times equals to, let us say 5. So what does it mean basically? It is going to give us a series with number 3, and it is going to repeat 3 how many times? 5 times in the given series. Let us use control plus enter here and let us see whether it is correct or not. Repetitive vector. The first vector you can see it is showing in the global environment, which is 3 3 3 5 times 3. Similar way we can use another example. Let us say rep underscore vector 2. Let us repeat a number 10 and times 6. We can see rep vector 2, which is showing in the global environment the second number 10 10 10, it is repeating it by 6 times. So I think things are clear here. This is very important. With the help of these basics, you will be able to understand R programming language very easily and thoroughly as well. It is going to help you while creating data analysis, also while creating graphs and also manipulating data. So let's understand more about this concept. Now let's understand the next concept of this vectors. That means accessing vector with the help of index. Let's understand it on our R Studio. Let us create a numeric vector. So we have created a numeric vector by the name of num underscore vector, which has elements 2 3 4 5 6, and if we talk about the indexing, then the number 2 is at index 1 and number 3 is at index 2 and 4 3 5 at 4 and 6 at 5. So now let's try to access these elements with the help of index numbers. Let us say we have to access the first element, which is 2, from the num underscore vector. So what we have to do, we have to simply print, write the name of the vector, that is num underscore vector, and use the square bracket function. Here we have to use square bracket. Here you have to put the index number of the respective element which you want to access. So let us say we have to access the number 2, which is at index number 1. So if we write 1 here and use control plus enter, what it is going to show? It is going to give us 2 number here. You can easily see in the console panel here. So it is showing the number 2 here. Similar way, if we would like to access the number 4, the index number of 4 is 3 here. Always remember that. You need not to write the number here. You have to write the index number of the particular vector. So let's try it again by replacing this one with 4 here. Let us see what will happen here. So it is showing us the 4 index number here. 4 index number is 5. So it is showing the 5 here in the console panel. Now if we have to access the multiple elements of this vector, what we have to do? Write the print command first. Then write the vector name, which is num underscore vector here. Now write the square bracket. Now inside the square bracket you have to type C, and after that you have to use the small bracket here. Now you have to target first element, which is 2, and the third element, which is 4, which having index number 1 and 3 here. So write 1 comma 3. Now let's see what will happen here. It is showing us 2 and 4 elements, which is the correct answer here. That means if you would like to access the multiple elements in the given vector, then you have to write this command. First you have to write print, then num underscore vector, then write square bracket, then after that you use C, then small bracket, then write the index number of those elements which you would like to access. Now let's understand how to update any element in the given vector. Let us say we have to change the number 3, which is having index number 2 in the given vector, that is num underscore vector, index number 2, and now we have to write the number which is going to replace the number 3. Let us say we are going to replace it with 15. Now use control plus enter. Now if we are going to print num underscore vector, what the result we are going to have? See, in the console panel it is showing 2, 15, 4, 5 and 6. That means the number which we were targeting, that is number 3, has been replaced by the number 15. Now let's understand the arithmetical operation on these vectors. Let's write a vector underscore first. This is our first vector. Now let us make another vector, vector underscore vec underscore 2, which contain elements, let us say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, like this, right? Now let us try the addition property here. That means we are going to add addition of vectors. We are understanding addition of vectors here. Now addition underscore vectors. So what we are going to do, simply write vec underscore 1, showing us, plus vec underscore 2. Now let us see what will be the result here. Press control enter here. So it is showing us an error. Let us understand the given error so that you will be able to handle these errors as well. It is showing us a warning message. In vector 1 plus vector 2, longer object length is not a multiple of shorter object length. That means we have to make the length of both the vectors same in case of addition. Here what we are doing, first vector contains 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of index is 6, another one is having only index 5. So let us add another element here and use enter. So vector 2 is also having the same index what vector 1 is having. Now let us apply the same addition and see the result here. Now it is showing no error here. So let us print addition underscore vector here. Print addition underscore vectors. So let's see the result here. This is 7, 14, 21, 28, 34 and 40. That means it is adding the respective index number what we are having. That means vector 1 and vector 2 at index number 1 they are having number 2 and 5. So after adding 2 and 5, 2 plus 5, it is giving us 7. So here we can see that in the result addition underscore vectors first element is 7, similar case 10 plus 4 is 14 and 15 plus 6 is 21 and so on. So in this case we have learned how to add vectors here. Similar way, let's understand the subtraction of vectors. So let's write it subtraction underscore vectors. Let's do vec underscore 2 minus vec underscore 1 here, right? So let's try it out. Now let's print subtraction underscore vectors. Let's see what is happening here. So we can see the result is 5 minus 2 is 3 and 10 minus 4 is 6 and so on. So in this way we can do subtraction on vectors. Let's do some multiplication on these elements as well. Multiplication on vectors. Write it multiplication underscore vectors vec underscore 1 star vec underscore 2. Let's see the result here. Now let's print the result. Multiplication vectors. Now it is showing 10. That means the product of the first two elements, that is 5 and 2, 5 into 2 is 10 and 10 into 4 40 and so on. It is showing in the console panel here. Now let's understand some other stats function here. Let's understand statistical functions here, like mean of vector, sum of vector and length of vector here. So let us say we have to find the mean of vector 1. So what we are going to do, mean underscore vector underscore 1 is what? Use the function mean of vec underscore 1. Let's see what is the result here. Now let's print mean underscore vec underscore 1. So it is showing 6.5. That means the mean of the vector 1, that is if we are going to add 2 plus 4 plus 6, 8, 9, 10 and divided by the number of index, that is 6, it is going to give us 6.5. So in this manner we can find the mean of any vector. Similar case, if you would like to add the vectors, let's understand the sum of the vectors. So what it is going to give us, let us check. Use the function sum and we have to use the sum of the vector elements 1. Vec element 1, let us see what it is going to give us. Let's print the result here. Sum underscore, it is showing us 39. That means it is showing us the sum of all the elements of the vector number first. That means 10 plus 9, 19, 19, 8, 27, 27, 6, 33, 37 and 39. So sum of all the elements of the vector 1 is 39, which is showing us in the console panel. Now let's see also the length of vector 1. So what is the length of the vector 1? By using the length function here, length of vector 1. So let's print length underscore vector 1. It is showing us 6. Obviously we have already discussed the indexes are 6 here. So what we are going to do now, we are going to make a vector of all these results. That means the mean, what we have found before, mean, sum and length of the vector. Let us give a name by the name of result underscore vectors and use C and write down here mean underscore vector 1 comma sum underscore vector 1. Then we found length, length, length underscore vector 1. Now let's see the result, what it is showing. Print result underscore vector. See here, so it is showing us 6.5, 39 and 6 again. So the first element, it is showing the mean of the given vector, the second is showing the sum, the third one is showing the length of the given vector 1. So in this video we have learned in complete detail about the vectors, how to manipulate vectors, how to do arithmetical operation, how to do statistical operation, and in our next videos we are going to discuss in more detail about the different data frames like lists, matrices, etc. So keep watching and keep subscribing our channel. Also share our channel so that others can also get benefited who are doing data science course or who want to learn R programming language. Thanks a lot. We will meet in our next video. Till then, God bless you always.